I think all of us wish to be filmmakers, and it's really important for all of us to be more transparent about the financial costs of doing this work, because we're all underestimating how much time it takes. And we're all underestimating the unforeseeables of things breaking, gear getting lost and stolen, the cost of insurance. Like, we all think like, oh, it's not that much. It wouldn't cost that much to do a documentary. You know, well, it turns out it costs $600,000 to make a feature-length documentary. Really. Actual cash money. So where does that money come from? And what happens to you if you work for a year and a half for free on a project, but then in its finishing, it needs that much money to exist? Where does that money come from? And I think one of the things that took me a really long time to understand is that most of the people who do this work have some source of money that comes from somewhere else. So having some kind of a cushion, some kind of a financial cushion, wherever it comes from, whether it comes from your family, whether it comes from other work that you're doing, whether it came from foundations, or however you cobble together your money, having a cushion is necessary, because there's these long dry spells where you don't know where the film is going, you know what the story is going to be, and you're just waiting it out. And some people have a great capacity to do that because they have financial resources. I worked on a film for 3 years, and then the main protagonist of the film said, "I'm sorry, I'm too afraid to be in this movie." Well, there went $250,000 in 3 years of my life. I didn't have that money to give, like, with no return, but there it went. So then what do? You didn't have debt, now you have it. And I think all of that's unpredictable. And so that struggle, I think we all live it in different ways, and people have different resources. And so when you're starting out assessing your resources as a person, like, will your parents back you up if this film falls apart? So it's this really, you know, it's not unlike gambling. You know, you're taking huge risks, financial risks, with there is no guarantee that any of that money will come back to you. I have learned to live with the anxiety of having a bank account that's always precarious. And sometimes that's been extremely stressful, and other times I just pretend it's not there. And but it's part of what gives you an edge of, like, I gotta keep working.
If the footage you just watched inspired you in any way to become a filmmaker, or become a better filmmaker, or even to become self-employed, please like or subscribe, because there's more to come.